Hello and welcome to unboxing of the Tau STORMSURGE. 360 points of smashery. It's a lovely new kit. All of the new Tau stuff's come in some white armour, including Kroot, which hopefully Kroot are not going to be banished from the book. There were some rumours that they were going to disappear, but they're definitely appearing in the new White Dwarf, so they're hopefully still going to be around. The one thing I noticed immediately about this kit was if you just do this, it starts to look like something from Battletech straight away. Go back to Battletech, you filthy clanner. But no, it's a really nice kit. Some of the rules are pretty mad, which I guess it has to be if you're spending 360 points. And also, if you elect to stay still, you can put down your stabilizers, and after turn 1, if you put down turn 1, you get to fire all your weapons twice, which seems absolutely crazy. But we've mapped it, and a Wraith Knight should be able to withstand a couple of turns of shooting, especially if it's got its shield. I'm not sure what happened there. I seem to have teleported. Well, as a true pro, I'm going to carry on anyway. As I was saying, we've mapped it, and the Wraith Knight should withstand a couple of turns of shooting. This toughness 8 is just too powerful. However, if you take the pulse driver cannon with all the other missiles, you should be able to take chunks out of Imperial Knights pretty easily. So this suit is definitely geared up towards taking on armour rather than other monstrous creatures. And with its cluster rocket system, these bad boys, it can lay out 4d6 strength 5 AP5 shots at 48-inch range times 2 if it's got its stabilizers down. So it can pack out a load of firepower. So I'm just going to move on to unboxing it. This one comes on 3 massive sprues, big old oval template, some nice decals, this time sticking to the red, so as I've seen on the front artwork, it's white armour with red iconography. And then, pretty sure this might be the first kit that's done it, you've got a colour instruction manual, which is pretty nice. There's a lot of steps to this. This is quite a big, complicated kit. The Imperial Knight took me, not storming through, but a decent pace. Took me, I think, 2.5 hours to build. I imagine this will probably be about the same. So probably the best loadout, costs like 20-15 more points, would be the pulse driver cannon, which is the big one, this big bad boy, which is strength 10 AP2, 72-inch range, ordnance 1 large blast. Excellent for taking down just about anything. Then you got missile pods, which, so again, looks like they split up on here. Oh, cool. There's some nice details there. Just spotted on the chassis, you can actually see where the pilot sits. I'm not sure what effect that would have. I guess there's a variant. You can maybe have the top bit open, or you can model it to be open, because otherwise it looks like a closed crewing compartment. And then the other bits you get on here are, you can switch the flamer for a burst cannon, which I'd probably do straight away as a Tau player. Yeah, it costs 15 points to upgrade from its pulse blast cannon to the pulse driver cannon. And you can also, instead of taking a burst cannon, take a fragmentation projector. It's pretty good, that's a good template. And lastly, you can take 3 things from support systems list. Monstrous creatures that feel no pain anyway, so 5 up. Sorry, gargantuan creatures that feel no pain, 5 up anyway. The weakest aspect of this is probably its stat line. This is skill 3, weapon skill 2, but it's only toughness 6. It's not got any tougher than the Riptide. 8 wounds, which is great, but it's only got 3 up armour and no invulnerable this one, but it's got the 5 up feel no pain. So if any other monstrous creatures, other stuff does get in combat with it, it should take chunks out of it pretty easily, but it's got a lot of shots to get off. So there isn't much variation really on this kit. You can move the legs around. Like if it's anything like the Riptide to build, you've got quite a bit of options on the legs, and if you pin it, you can get in quite a lot of different positions. But it looks like the main change and the main difference is the gun. You've got a shorter, stumpier version if you take the blast cannon, and then the longer, more rail rifle looking one for the pulse driver cannon. Blast cannon's interesting. If you fire up to 10 inches, it's strength D AP1, heavy 2. 10 to 20 inches, strength 10 AP3, heavy 2 blast. And if you fire up to 20 to 30 inches, that's another issue, it's quite short range. It's strength 9 AP5, heavy 2 large blast. So you get 4 templates at 20 to 30 inch range with if you've got its anchors down, but I'd still just rather have the pulse driver cannon. I often get these things wrong when I first see the rules, but I've spoken to a couple of other tower players already, but the pulse driver cannon just seems far more versatile. And with these being fairly poor in combat, or even for tower standards, you want it ideally at the back, shooting as much as possible. Let's check out what this kit's got. Let's see if we get a better angle. So this one's one of the sprues. So this one's, so let's say sprue 1. These are the leg guards, massive leg pieces there. Back of the cockpit. Then you got some. These are sensors, or no, that's the air bursting fragmentation protector. It's a flamer. Then those little support struts. Burst cannon. I always like doing it if possible. I don't obviously don't have many spare, but using the big burst cannons from the Devilfish and using them on other tanks or vehicles, and especially on suits, I think it just looks more imposing. This one looks like it's mainly weapons. That's quite cool. The good things about Tau is you get quite a lot of nice flat surfaces to paint. So you can do. I really like what they've done for the white armour with the weathering and the battle damage. I think it looks quite cool. And the last one, this is probably the most interesting one. As I pointed out earlier, you get the cockpit, sensor head, some more sensor spines, and then you actually get a pilot to throw in as well with a helmet. You got a helmeted version and non-helmeted version with lenses. There's some more classic sensor pods that Tau do. These are straight out of the old Crisis battlesuit sets. Not much divergence there from the old schemes. Looks like you've got a couple of options for the sensor heads as well. I think there's 3 different helmets you can choose. There you go. There is the StormSurge. We're going to be doing a little competition for this unboxing. There's going to be another unboxing next week. I think everybody knows what it is, but I'm not allowed to say because of games restrict terms and conditions. But the last person to comment when I upload the next video will get a £10 gift voucher to use on our store. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. And see you next week. Bye bye.